breaking down of an illusion can be quite a painful process. But eventually, every fantasy subsides. And that can be a very hard lesson for many of us. But it's the ultimate truth that any object that we seek in the external world is not going to bring us lasting happiness or fulfillment. The true fulfillment is within. The true security is within, and it shines as the beingness or the I am. It is not that people are wrong. It is not that people are evil, but it's the nature of humanity that people will change. People change moods, people change preferences, and there's nothing wrong with that. They are allowed to be like that. I mean, we change too. You and me, we change too, and that's fine. But when we invest too much in a fantasy, a future fantasy, which is created out of past elements, when I say that, what I mean is that you may have a childhood conditioning which makes you weave a future story. And you feel that in the future, if you have this, that, it may give you ultimate happiness. But what you are missing out on is right now what is happening. There is so much happening all around us, and it is happening now. It is happening in this very moment. And this very moment is very peaceful. It is very calming. But when we invest in a fantasy, that brings us a lot of anxiety. It can trigger a lot of emotions. Some can be really overpowering. And it may feel as if there is no injustice in this world and there is no true happiness in the world, but that is actually not true. Because the source of true happiness is your intimate self, which is the eternal self, or I am. So when one learns to be with that, the fantasies begin to break down. And of course, when the fantasies break down, a lot of hurt happens. There is this tendency of the ego mind to pin blame on the other. They were not loyal to me, they did this, they did that. But actually, that's the nature of human conditioning. So yes, the crumbling of fantasy can hurt, but crumbling of fantasy is perhaps the grace of God. It is one of the most important things, because investing in a fantasy is like living in constant stress about a future outcome. But living in the now is freedom, it's complete freedom. So I thought I'll share this short message with you. Thank you for your love and support.